Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of creditrepairshop.com. I want to talk about one of the most powerful sections in your credit report. That if you're getting the free credit report, you're using one of those services, and even the ones that your banks may be giving you for free, you have to be careful because they will sometimes delete out this section right here. This is the most powerful section of your credit report right here, the comment section, because this here could tell you reasons why your accounts or why your credit scores could be looking lower in one bureau and higher on another bureau, just by the words that are being used in this section here. So in this video, what I want to talk about is how you can utilize this to get information taken off your credit reports from 1099-C cancellation of debt, because it will show right here. So I'm going to get into showing you some information, and then I'm going to give you some instruction on how you can get that negative information taken off your credit report if you received a 1099-C. And even if you didn't receive it yet, because there is a delay, you could still utilize your credit reports. That's why it's very important to get the right credit reports that will show fully everything in this comment section. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can get these credit reports also. Okay, first, let's go over what a 1099-C cancellation of debt is, because there's a lot of misconceptions. Some people think that a charge off is automatically a cancellation of debt. That is not true. So let's look at it right here. A creditor might also cancel a debt if they have it too long and it's not getting paid. They'll charge the debt off on their books. So that's very important. A lot of people uh, don't understand that the charge off is actually just getting it off the books. And then they can file the IRS 1099-C cancellation of debt, saying that they're not going to be going after the debt anymore. So the charge off debt, if it's a charged off debt, that does not mean that the debt is forgiven. So you need to make sure that you understand that. There's a lot of people making videos and are telling people if the debt is charged off, that does not that means that you don't have to pay it anymore. That is a total misconception about charged off debt. Charged off debt is just to get it off of their books so they will not be lying to their investors or lying to the federal regulators that they have accounts that are performing when they're not performing. Now, here's some more information here that you need to be aware of. Um, the information can remain on your credit report for up to 7 years. If you're able to get the debt completely canceled, you no longer um, you then no longer have any responsibility for the amount owed, but the creditor must report the canceled amount or settled debt to the IRS using the Form 1099-C. Now, what I'm going to be showing you is how to take this a step further, because when you have no responsibility of it, then they're going to have to put that information either on your credit reports that it is settled, because when they give up on the debt and they give it to the IRS is putting it on you as additional income, and they're giving them a full write-off on the debt. And so you can get that information taken off your credit report. So I'm going to tell you how to do that in a second. Okay, first I want to show you what a 1099-C could look like. So this is one from Chase, from a client that we had. Um, we were able to get a $36,248.30 cancellation of debt. This was done by doing a back and forth hardship submission to Chase Bank's hardship department. So a form would look like this, or it could also look like this one here. I'm going to show you one that we just received that the client brought to us. So let's pick this. I want to make sure we got the good picture. So right here, it could look like this too. So it'll say 1099-C, cancellation of debt, and it'll have the original creditor, and then it will, have your information on there. So if you receive anything like this, the debt has been canceled. You have no obligation A debt collector can't come after you for it. The original creditor can't come after you for it. Now, something that we have found out that is happening is that there's a huge delay in these documents getting sent over to people. So you may want to call the IRS to see if a 1099-C has been filed for any debts that you see on your credit reports. It could be from a debt collector that has not contacted you, and it can also be from the original creditor who has not contacted you. Okay, now let me show you how to get this removed. We do this all the time. This is something that I haven't seen other companies do. I don't know why. Maybe it's just they, really just throw letters out. But so step one, what you want to do is you want to get all three of your credit reports. You want to get it from a reliable source that's going to have that information in the comments section. Think about it this way: a lot of people have resistance of getting paid credit reports. I put it this way: if you were able to get a debt taken off of your reports that was, thousands of dollars, you were able to instantly get your scores boost because of it. Wouldn't it be worth the 27 or 29 or $30 that you would pay for your credit reports? I mean, some of the times we got to make decisions to do things that's going to get us in the position. And it's not always going to be free. It's not always going to be free. So you can go to this website, the number three scores.com, grab all three credit reports and all three scores. And if you get them from there, we will do a review for you if you need help, uh, in direction on what you need to do with your with preparing your credit. Number two, you need to review the comment section for the charged off accounts. Read it just like I just showed you. You will see it's probably something that you never paid close attention to, and it's going to be surprising to you because they're going to have comments in there that don't match the other reports. One of the things that you need to be aware of is if they have something inaccurate in that comment section where maybe you paid off an account and in the comment section it's saying that the account is still open, or maybe it says something that clearly can show you why your scores are lower in that on that specific bureau over another bureau. Like the every section on your credit report means something to the algorithm. So any words that they put, these are keywords. Keywords trigger actions within the credit scoring system, within the algorithm. So they could use a keyword that could actually trigger something to make your scores go down on one report, and it's a different keyword in on another report, and you're looking at a 20 to 30 to 50 point uh, spread, and you're like, hey, the same information is on there, so why is this happening? That could be because of what's in the comments section, so you need to review that. Next thing, step three, watch for any words: canceled, cancellation of debt, settled for less, or settled. Any of those that are inside of that section, that's going to be your what you're going to use to be able to get the information taken off of your credit reports. So now you'll go to step four. You're going to write up a dispute letter demanding removal, including a copy of the section in your credit reports. And you want to highlight that in yellow. So when you write your dispute letter, you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to, come up with a whole bunch of, fancy words and stuff. All you have to do is just be straightforward and demand that it needs to be removed because the debt is paid. You can spell out that it was a cancellation of debt, that it was sent to the IRS, and that you've had to report that as income. So now that needs to be corrected on your credit reports. And the way that you want it corrected is to have the information totally removed. And your evidence would be to have, just take a copy of that one section in your credit reports with that account highlighted in yellow so they can pay close attention to it so it won't just be looked at by the computers, and then you can get, you can have your evidence uh, put together, included with that. So it's more than just a demand letter. and then you will mail that to the bureaus, to the ones that that information is on. Sometimes it's not on all three, so you may not have to mail it to all three. And then you just need to wait. I wish I could tell you how fast it would be. Sometimes it'll be within a couple of weeks. Sometimes it'll be 30 days. Sometimes it'll be 45 days. But you will get a response. And one of the things that you need to be aware of is that they don't always have to mail you responses. They can upload them to your credit monitoring service. So that's why it's very important to have a paid monitoring service, because the information will be uploaded there when you do your 30-day refresh. The free credit report services do not give you refreshes. They might do it once a year. Some of the free ones may do a similar type of refresh, but they're not going to have all of the data that you need, and they're not going to have all three credit reports. So it's very, if you're serious about getting this done, you need to have all the tools in your pocket to be able to get it done. And this is the way that you need to do it. All right, if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process and my two-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com. Grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all three scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters, statute of limitations, cease and desist collection activities letter, and the debt validation letter to go back and forth with them. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.